Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sack Lunch News. All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. This is Sack Lunch News. This is an update on the North Korea situation. Here's a little bit more info on what's going on in the Asia Pacific region. From 38north.org from March 2nd, 2022. As military tensions between the U.S. and China and Russia grow, North Korea has supported China and Russia through sharp criticism of U.S. policy. North Korea blames the U.S. for the Ukrainian situation because the U.S. disregarded Russia's reasonable and just demand for security. North Korea also claims the U.S. is trying to isolate China in the Asia-Pacific region. The relationship is not one-sided, though. Russia and China blocked the UN from further sanctioning North Korea because of the North Korean recent missile tests. Some believe the reason China and Russia are aiding North Korea to continue weapons of mass destruction manufacturing and missile system development is to confirm the vulnerability of the U.S. and South Korea's missile defense system, and most importantly, the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, or THAAD. So it appears China and Russia are only involved with North Korea for strategic purposes. Though North Koreans love the humanitarian aid, once China and Russia get what they want, where will that leave North Korea? Now, this is from, I'm going to start off with my statements on this. Now, that might not seem very important to 38 North information, but know this. Yoon Seok-yeol won South Korea's March 9th presidential election. Why is that important? You're about to find out. From CNBC.com, March 4th, 2022. A conservative victory for South Korea's upcoming presidential election could see the country adopt a rigid stance on North Korea and China, igniting fresh tensions in the Asia-Pacific region. Yoon demands North Korea denuclearize before peace pacts and economic assistance will ever happen. Yoon also emphasizes resuming South Korea and U.S. joint military exercises, which was scaled down in 2018 due to the North Korean perception of this being preparation for war. Yoon states South Korean relationships with Washington and Tokyo deteriorated because of pro-China and pro-North Korean attitudes from former administrations. Now, the conclusion of this is basically all my own words. One must realize North Korea is the world's most repressed modern society. The civilians are cut off from the world and believe the North Korean leader to be a god. The people live in extreme poverty. Think of Los Angeles, but an entire country. People starving, homeless, shitting and pissing in the streets and sidewalks, and eating dog meat for dinner. Yes, dog meat for dinner. You call it frou-frou, they call it food. And so, with North Korea continuing weapons of mass destruction testing, having China and Russia looking to North Korea for strategic info, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan are under real threat of invasion. The U.S. only has a few options for the region. They can further install missile defense systems, deploy intermediate nuclear delivery systems, deploy tactical nuclear weapons, or in an extreme case, they can authorize nuclear weapons development by Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. Also, China and Russia might want to consider should they be concerned about geopolitical implications of an unrestrained North Korean nuclear program. In my personal opinion, the cessation of all nuclear threats and programs in the region would be best. So, with that being said, I have one last thing to say to everyone. This is all going on right under your nose while they have you distracted with this bullshit war in the Ukraine that Russia started, and the Ukrainians are supposedly even helping to further continue to distract you because the mainstream media is pushing this propaganda down your throat while China, Russia, North Korea are checking our missile defense systems in that region and on our west coast for vulnerability. Remember that. Especially if you live on the west coast, remember, they are looking, and if they find it, they will use North Korea, and shit's really gonna hit the fucking fan. But with that being said, Try to sleep well. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. And leave a comment if you think differently. Like, share, subscribe as always. And until next time.